What do you think's going to happen this week? I mean, with the whole Russia thing.
The Russia thing is just a big nothing burger.
Really?
Also interesting is, remember, it's illegal to possess these stolen documents. It's different for the media. So everything you learn about this, you're learning from us.
He could have undermined the messaging so much that he can actually control exactly what people think, and that is our job.
Yeah.
At this moment in history, as we're looking at efforts across the country to prevent people from being able to exercise their fundamental rights, prevent people from being able to exercise their fundamental rights.
Jobs of the past are just not going to come back. And when somebody says that he's going to bring all these jobs back, well, how exactly are you going to do that? What are you going to do? I'm going to negotiate a better deal. Well, what magic wand do you have? How exactly?
Let him sink to the bottom of my pond. Sink to the bottom of my pond. Girl's going to listen. Nobody's going to know. Nobody is going to know.
Welcome to Sanctimonious American Men. Today is Wednesday, October 25th. Happy birthday to Bill Lamb. I am Saintly Barnes. With me, as always, is Saintly Brandon. And we're here to talk shit.
Once again,
back to talk shit.
Once again.
How was your week?
A little productive, pretty mellow at the same time. I'm struggling for work at the moment, so it's like, it's being your own boss kind of shit.
Right.
You just have ups and downs. We just had a big up the past, with the art show. It was like, it was just a lot of keeping busy.
Busy work.
Mm-hmm. So now I'm trying to figure out stuff to do.
I got you.
May go work on a skate park. Maybe not. We'll see what happens.
Feel it out.
How about your week? How'd your week go?
Paying some minis. Let's see. I watched some movies. I did a little light reading. Some of the classics. Some feel good reading.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Oh, he brought it with him. He brought it with him, everybody.
With me.
Time. China in turmoil.
Just makes you feel good, don't it?
Oh my God.
That was my week. Yeah.
China in turmoil.
Classic.
So when are they going to go and take Taiwan? Is that soon?
I don't think they're going to do that.
I mean, I've been hearing some stuff on the.
Listen, Trump's going to overthrow the government.
Again?
Why, that's what you've been hearing. So, I mean, it's not fucking taking anything.
Yeah, well, Maddow was on the View saying, right, that Trump wants to put MSNBC on trial and
hang us.
Execute us or something.
Fucking
I'm like,
moron.
what a weirdo.
Such a delusional take on the world. My God.
The TDS is
Fucking still going.
Yes.
Still fucking going.
Let the Trump derangement syndrome course through your asshole.
These people have had this since 2015. And my take was originally, I didn't really, care for Trump. I wasn't going to go argue with people I know my whole fucking life over it. Like, what? So ridiculous.
I know. It's like when I see the Facebook posts and it's like so insane. It's like, you're still insane? Come on.
I heard a woman talking about 10 things Trump promised to do. And one of the ones she's complaining about all of them, right? And her like second highest one was, and he's gonna end the war in Ukraine.
and what? And he's gonna end the war in Ukraine.
That's a bad thing.
Yeah. And how many times have you been to Ukraine, lady?
Probably never.
Probably never even knew it was a country until
I didn't.
Fucking 2 years ago.
I did see. Maybe it was Mark Dice. Somebody put this up. It's the the final moments of God of War with Nick Cage. You ever see that?
Yeah. Lord of War.
Lord of War, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I'm telling you what's going to happen. There's going to be a knock on that door. A man that outranks you is going to come in. He's going to thank you for your service and tell you what a great job you've done to your country and give you a promotion. But they're going to let me go.
Because I'm necessary.
Yeah, because I'm necessary. I could sell weapons to people your big guy can't be seen to.
For real, yeah. Basically, that holds true. I mean, look, we let the guy go for Brittany Griner.
I know, for Christ's sake.
We let that guy that movie was based on go for a freaking whiny crybaby basketball player.
Unbelievable.
That was breaking the law in another country.
Right, in another fucking country.
It was her own fault. It was her own damn fault.
And it's so stupid because it's like she basically was trying to sneak opium into China, which is something like ahead of time. Never fucking do that because they lost a lot of people in the wars, right?
They don't take kindly to it.
Right, and Russia's the same thing with marijuana, and the Turks. They're known for their hash, right? I mean, they're Muslims, so they don't drink, but they smoke.
They smoke a lot.
They smoke a lot.
But that being, the Lord of War, that last sentence was like necessary because basically he's doing the deals that America can't be seen doing.
Yeah.
It's like your boss needs me.
He needs me, right?
Yeah. Well, we got him out, or whoever's the boss. I guess Biden's the boss. Got him out for a basketball
big
player.
Guy.
And it's not that even unironic that it was Biden in the midst of the Ukraine fucking.
Oh no!
It's like all.
It makes total sense.
Total sense. It's like we want our guy.
I remember when he got appointed as point man. They kept calling him point man on Ukraine. I'm like, why are they using that term for the vice president of the United States, right? And if you remember in 2014, all we sent was blankets.
Blankets?
That's what we sent when the invasion of Crimea. We might have sent stuff beforehand or afterhand, but initially we sent blankets. That was our response.
Okay.
But I mean, I remember like the QAnon thing was like half about that, half about Biden and Ukraine, right? Maybe not half, but a large percentage of it was. And, it's no surprise that it's been in our news for fucking 8 years now, right? That the perfect phone call, remember? Fucking perfect.
It was perfect.
It was a perfect phone call. I don't even know what that means, but it was perfect. And, it's not a surprise that this is happening, right?
Sorry, I was just seeing if this chat thing works here.
Nobody's watching, I don't think.
I think we had somebody watching.
Somebody was here, and they left.
But I'm just like I've been messing around a little bit with the setup, so it's like
all right.
Bigger and better things may be coming soon. And like I actually sat down and started doing some stuff for the new intro.
Gotcha. So in short, I don't see China invading Taiwan because it doesn't achieve anything for China. Yeah, it blocks them from going out to the Navy, but so does the Philippines, so does Japan, so does South Korea.
I just feel like
Guam.
It's the narrative's being spread. So it's like, their predictive programming. They're like, this is how World War III starts.
Maybe.
Everybody. And just to get,
I did know that there was Xi's been taking people out in China, right? In this Communist Party, they took somebody big out this week. No, I think he just got fired. But that does happen.
He's getting re-educated.
The thing I don't believe they're going to invade Taiwan because there's Guam still there, right? There's all these links in this defensive chain, right? That in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of China. And Taiwan's just one, and it's a small one, right? I guess it's bigger than Guam or whatever, or the North Mariana Islands, right? Mariana Islands. But it doesn't strategically do that much for them. It doesn't get them to the Indian Ocean. It doesn't get them free reign in the Pacific. And Myanmar, like I've been saying, is in chaos, right? This is in front of the UN, right? It's one of the places where there's a war kind of going on, even though it's kind of mellow at the moment. China is a permanent member of the UN Security Council. I can't see why they can't have a security action in Myanmar, and we would probably go along with it. Nobody's going to come to Myanmar's defense, right? Not like Taiwan, where you invade Taiwan or attack Taiwan, now you're at war with the U.S. and all its allies. So,
yeah, that's a big move.
And Myanmar has more resources, more land, more minerals, more agricultural land, ports in the Indian Ocean. It's got it all.
Right. Well, that's like the whole.
You heard it here first, China. You're looking at the wrong target. Okay.
I don't want to, help you or nothing, but your logic is flawed.
It's flawed. But I mean, for me, like it seems like mostly just a matter of national pride for the Chinese, and that doesn't get you very far.
Just getting back like Taiwan.
Yeah.
Well, you see anything other in the news this week other than like, you know, a lot of?
Biden took some money.
Oh, that's right. He got a check. They got a
He got
check.
an old checker.
They got the check out there on
the
TV.
check with his name on it.
$200,000.
$200,000, and that's with his actual name on it, right? That's a loan from a payback for a loan, but there's no documentation of the loan.
Of the loan,
right? Yeah. Did it happen? What was it for? Right? What were the conditions of it? Nobody knows.
Damn.
And it's like, all right, well, where is he getting the extra $200,000? Where's his brother getting it? Right? They're not that rich, right? They're not like a billionaire like Trump is.
Well, there we go. It's I forget who pointed that out. Maybe it was Jimmy Dore, but I think we talked about it last week or the week before. The only president of the United States ever to lose money while in office, Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, right? All the other ones gain money.
Yeah. The other one that they pointed out directly after that, name the only president that is not a descendant of slave owners.
Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's shocking.
It's not that shocking.
Yeah, not that shocking, but at the same time, it would be shocking to some leftist person that's like, what are you talking about?
That's because they're fucking idiots. And they know that his parents were born in fucking Germany, but they can't put the two and two together that Germany didn't have slaves.
Oh, God.
So, I mean, yeah, that didn't surprise me at all because I knew his family's not from here.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't surprised. My uncle tried to tell me that, he's a lefty. And I was like, of course, his family's not from here. Why would you think any different? You knew that before you said it, right? And he was like, I did. I'm like, why didn't you think about it for a second? Yeah.
Isn't this working? Damn it.
I saw Vivek went on to the Young Turks. There.
Ooh. I saw Vivek interviewed Alex Jones.
Oh, did he? Good for him.
It was a fucking great interview. Great interview.
And I guess I was wrong. I guess, Chunk Yogurt is still fucking running.
I thought he had dropped out as well, though. But
I thought he
I
did.
guess you're right. I thought he dropped out because he realized, oh, wait, I can't become president.
He can't.
Yeah, he was born in another fucking country.
That didn't stop George Washington.
Shut the fuck up. And you can accomplish anything if you put your mind to it, Marty.
Anything. Jefferson, Adams, all the way up to Jackson. Martin Van Buren was the first American-born president. Hudson Valley native. Old Kinderhook. Old.
Really? Kinderhook?
Yeah, that's what OK means.
I remember you telling me that.
Old Kinderhook. Yeah, he's from Kinderhook. Yeah, but Chunk can't run because he's not born in this fucking country.
But you're saying Vivek went on to...
Oh,
I did see a little bit of that where he asked Anna, he's like, I'm sorry, what's your name? And she fucking lost it.
She lost it. You're coming on I'm here, because you guys asked me.
To come on your show.
Come on your show.
Yeah.
I thought I would be talking to Jank. I didn't know you existed. I don't watch your show.
Yeah. Oh, God.
And she kept trying to make a point, and he was like, whenever you're ready to get to substance, I'm more than happy to looking forward to getting to it.
Yeah,
I love the way he handles fucking shitty reporters.
Right. It's basically, when you want to talk about substance, we'll talk.
Yeah.
It's like, until then, we can just listen to you.
Yeah.
Listen to you make your dumb arguments.
Yes. I love the way he talks. I think he would be a good president,
After seeing the interview with Alex, I was like, holy shit, maybe this kid's for real.
Yeah, he's for real.
I mean, because I've had like a little bit of a suspicion, you got to be suspicious about everybody these days. But I was just like, is he just like, a little fucking Democratic operative come in to just play both sides,
He ain't playing the other side very well.
But if he's like legit, he would have my vote because he seems. I haven't seen him mess up or step up.
No, I haven't seen him either. He seems genuine in all his interactions.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a head on his shoulders.
Well, it seems to me like he's very, none the least, fucking motivated man with a. He's done a lot of shit in his time.
Right.
So if he's that motivated and I guess what the fuck would you say? Just like moral compass in the right spot. That's a good sign for more people like him
Sure.
hopefully becoming politicians.
A lot of his policies are Trump's policies, or just similar.
Yeah, America first.
Right.
He's like,
And then I thought, is he running just because he thinks Trump's going to end up in jail or something? Like he might be able to slide in there.
he could be. That's the other thing. I mean, I love how he is always like, yeah, I'm going to pardon him.
Yeah,
He's
he
like,
did say that.
He's always just being like, yeah. That's what they got in a big fight about on the Turks was him being like, yeah, I'm going to pardon Trump if I'm the president, because we can't have this banana republic bullshit.
It is a banana republic.
What's going on now? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
This is the kind of shit that happens in fucking third world nations that have dictators.
I forget who said it the other day, but they're like, it's basically, if you put it in this way, if you were to say to a Democrat that there's some leader in the Congo named like Tronald Trump, and he's getting thrown, into jail because his political rivals don't want him to run. Then they'd say, "Oh, well, that's a banana republic."
Sure, they would admit it. They would admit it immediately,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's like the January 6th thing and the fucking Capitol takeover during the Hamas protest, right? That's a protest. That's not an insurrection.
No.
Even though it's the same thing. And we got new footage
Of.
January 6th.
Oh, you sent me that. Yeah.
And it's the cops being nice to everybody, and
So nice in the rotunda.
yeah, and everyone's thanking them for letting them in and all this shit. It's like,
Yeah, and you got the friggin' the
shaman.
shaman telling police, "Thank you, God
so
bless
much.
you."
God bless you.
And they're just like opening the door for him, let
Yes.
him walk out.
Holy shit, dude! And that it was phrased as, this is why McCarthy was kicked out, right? A speaker, because he didn't release this footage, even though he promised to.
Mm-hmm.
But I if they would have showed that footage on January 6th, people would have been so outraged of Congress, right, and the security. And that was, in the video I saw, there was Washington, D.C. police in there. Now, I don't know whether those are city police or Capitol Police or whatever, but that was the title on them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Which means it would be that fucking shitty mayor they got down there.
Well, that footage was pretty shocking, that's for sure.
It seemed like an operation, like a setup.
Oh, I would say totally. That was FBI, CIA, whoever, all getting together to be like, oh, we're going to fucking, get Donald Trump
In trouble,
and
yeah.
all of his fucking people.
Yep. Seemed like a setup.
Mm-hmm. And Nancy Pelosi was fucking in on it.
Oh, she had the camera crew there. Come on. Come the fuck on. I'm supposed to think that's just a coincidence?
Mm-hmm. And I'm
Holy
still,
shit.
go back to the only time in history none of the bellwether fucking counties were correct. All 18 of them. Fucking none of the,
Oh, yeah.
all these anomalies. It's the only time there's like massive mail-in voting, and everybody's like, no, it was you can't say it was stolen.
It was stolen. Yeah, because they always go on, it was the cleanest election ever. What's the second one? You don't know? Why do you know this one's the cleanest? What's the worst one?
Yeah.
You only know this one's the cleanest. You don't know any other information.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a talking point that they just mimic and parrot out, right? Because no one's sitting there going through all that data.
No.
Right? Maybe somebody did or an institution did, but these people didn't.
I mean, in the fucking, just like a forum or whatever, the realm of politics, you could say, well, yeah, Joe Biden won because he cheated better.
Well, yeah, sure.
But it was a damn good fucking.
It was a fix.
It was a big fix.
Yeah, it definitely was. I heard.
And I'm sure, like, it's not. We all know we're not naive enough to be like it's not the first time.
No.
Happens all the time. We're doing it in other countries all the time.
What happened to Kennedy?
Oh yeah.
Nobody fucking knows. Some guy allegedly with one lone gunman with a magic bullet shot him. Nobody buys that.
But yeah, the footage, McCarthy getting booted, and then we got a new guy today.
Yeah, you just told me right here.
Yeah. What the hell was his name again? It was he's pretty.
Mike Johnson.
Mike
Mike.
Mike Johnson.
Mike
He
Hunt?
seems like
Mike
who
Hunt here?
knows? I mean, I would say he's about the second best thing to Jim Jordan.
Is he? I don't know much about him.
I've seen him do a lot of stuff on and his questioning during like oversight hearings and whatnot, and he's always on point. Yeah, he's well informed, and
I've seen him before.
yeah, he's a very good. I would say is a very good talker, and that reflects on his intelligence.
Right.
Very intelligent dude.
Well, that's good. Got a new speaker. Back in order.
Yeah. Now we can give a bunch of money to Israel.
Well, now we can boot fucking Biden and hire us, and then we got a guy in. So
Oh,
we're gonna give
they
a bunch.
charged that dude that pulled the fire alarm today.
Oh, good.
I think that might maybe be in. It was like hours after. Maybe I have to go check. I don't know if it was before they got him or after the new house.
He should be expelled from Congress. just
Oh,
like
he should
that.
be gone. He broke
Yeah,
the law.
Broke the fucking law.
Mhm.
That's a law. That's not protocol.
Well, it's hilarious. It's like that. They're all running around
He
being
yelled
like,
fire in a full theater.
exactly, freedom of speech. They're like, you can't have freedom of speech. You can't yell fire in the theater. Well, can you yell fire in the house fucking floor?
And get away from it.
Because
Apparently, he can.
it's fucking. He should. Yeah.
He should be rotten.
He's charged. And
I should be
faces
allowed to urinate in that man, on his face,
in his mouth.
in his mouth.
You're disgusting.
I can't stand that fuckhead. He's just a scumbag.
Right. He's a complete like race baiter.
Yep, he's a scumbag.
He's like that black kid that went to. He was like a white dude, and then he
went to college and came back.
went to college, and all of a sudden he's like God. He's great.
Yeah.
We all need to get along.
Oh, he started. Yeah,
We can't have this divide.
that
in
guy
the
in
country.
Tennessee.
yeah. Only 2-3 years earlier, he was like, "Hi, I'm running for student president."
He talked normal, and then all of a sudden he's talking like it's 1963 fucking Alabama. Like, what the fuck? Mimicking Martin Luther King.
Yeah. I love it. I fucking love it.
Did you hear about fucking Talcum X, Martin Luther Cream?
No, no.
So, fucking the head of whatever the fuck he does, Sean King, right?
Huh?
Sean King. You know who he is?
It's ringing a bell.
So he's a white guy that took over a black movement. I'm not sure which one it is. It might be Black Lives Matter. It might not. It might be some other black movement.
Oh, and yeah. He cut his hair real short.
He's got a short haircut.
Yeah, but it's so he looks like he's a minority, but he's more or less just a white dude.
More or less.
Yeah.
Right. So he claimed that he worked behind the scenes to get these 2 American hostages released from Hamas.
Mm-hmm. I've seen this.
And then the family wrote, "We don't know who you are. We never heard of you before today. You make false accusations. You had nothing to do with it. Stop." Right?
Fucking people, man.
They were claiming that they were big supporters of his and that they're friends. And the people are like, "We don't know who you are. We're just happy to be out."
It's just a bunch of like freaking clout chasers.
Exactly what it is.
The same with that dude that just got caught. No fuck, is it there? Oh God, my brain's not working today. Sorry, folks. The critical race theory asshole up in Boston. They're like, they're pulling his funding because they're like, so we gave you like $2 million to start this fucking critical race theory, fucking department in our college, and all you've done the past 2 years or however long it's been is release 2 papers that are like 4 pages or 8 pages each.
Right.
And he's all like fucking being attacked for just, basically like BLM, just taking the money and being like, oh, I'm going to go on TV and just
That's
talk.
$125,000 a page. If it's 8 pages a piece.
I have to look into it. But there were 2 reports
8 pages.
for $2 million.
Wow.
That's what they got.
All right, 2 reports. Yeah,
It's not good.
16 into 20.
So anyhow, that's these people are kind of getting exposed now, which is
Well,
good.
they're all scumbags. I mean, buy lavish mansions.
The worst part though is like, our friends and family out there that are like all gung ho, bleeding heart liberals eat it up
Yeah, they eat it up. I don't care.
like fucking Fruit Loops.
They can think whatever the hell they want. I try to talk them out of it, but if they don't want to listen, they're just
You're just crazy
they're gonna get
conspiracy
angry,
theorist.
and they're not gonna be able to control their emotions, and that's when I walk away because I'm an adult.
Oh,
And they got nothing to say, Brandon, because there's nothing to say.
because you're mansplaining.
So what? You explain it then. You can't? I guess I will. I don't give a fuck anymore. You know, like
Oh God.
my family doesn't really talk to me about politics or
Because they don't want to hear it. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, and this,
And they're quoting The View sometimes. I'm just like,
ooh,
what the fuck is wrong?
never
Yeah, I
go
can't
full
believe,
view.
I can't believe I descend from these people.
So this is not. I don't like putting this news out there, but you know, we know some of our loved ones have gotten the jab, and some of them continue to do all the dumb shit Big Pharma tells them to do. But in horrible news, the poster child for the jab in Israel died of fucking a cardiac arrest just recently. He was 8 years old when he got the jab, and now he's dead.
Sad.
The actual kid on the poster.
That's really sad.
And like going out there, and yeah, they pushed him as the face of kids getting the shot.
Right. It's sad. I mean, there's a lot of side effects that I can't prove, but a lot of people seem to have. All of a sudden, there's a rise in myocarditis. I have no fucking idea what that is, but there's a rise in blood clots, right?
And people are like, what could it be?
What could it possibly?
Oh my God.
That doesn't mean that every case of myocarditis
We only got like
is linked to it, but there's a rise in it.
Yeah. 5 billion people got the jab.
And flu deaths went down that year too.
Yeah, they were gone.
The
I don't
common
think there
flu
was
is gone.
like a donut. And
Like, yeah, everything was COVID.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So I
Chop a
find
guy's
that
head off. Died of COVID.
shark ate him, but you
Shark.
know, it was COVID death.
COVID death.
He died of the COVID. I mean, and doctors are finally coming out and admitting that. And I forget which head of state it was. There was like somebody just came out and apologized to the unvaccinated.
Yeah.
I don't know where
Wasn't
she was
Canada.
from, but she was from some country. But a lot of doctors now are starting to like be like, oh yeah, it was the weirdest fucking things, weirdest time ever, and I feel like I was fucking rused.
I was there, man, but nobody died initially in the time period that they told me people were going to die. And I was expecting a lot of dead people, and then I was like, something is wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they started to push this vaccine, and it wasn't out for 7 years. And I was like, I'm just going to wait to 27.
That's the other thing. It's like, I mean, I didn't get the best education on earth. Maybe I listened a little more than other people, but I remember in high school them talking about the Food and Drug Administration.
Yes.
And how things get approved.
Yes.
And I specifically remember them being like, it's a long road to get a drug approved.
Yes.
And when they said they're going to do it in fucking warp speed, even if Donald Trump was, you know, being gaslit into it or was on his own fucking accord,
knows?
I didn't trust that motherfucker
Fuck
either.
that. You don't know shit about viruses or vaccines. Donald.
Yeah. Some idiot's telling you it's all good.
If I want to buy a piece of property, maybe you're the guy I talk to, right? Vaccines, no.
Exactly. And then that was like one of the most interesting times too in the recent history was the whole flip-flopping. Was like,
oh yeah,
pre-Biden getting elected, every Democrat was like, I ain't getting that Trump shot.
Right.
I ain't getting that Trump
Right.
shot.
Right.
And I was like, I ain't getting it either.
I've remained disclosed about it. Keep you guessing on that one.
But
might have to get a job.
and then all of a sudden, when Biden got elected, it was like, line me up.
Oh, it was.
Get
exactly.
me in the fucking
Holy
hopper.
shit. There's videos
Fucking
of Nancy
insane.
Pelosi saying she won't take it because Trump did it. Harris, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Even fucking that douchebag Keene got in on it. What the fuck was his name? He ran as vice president for Hillary.
Oh, yeah. Kane.
Kane, that's it.
Something Kane. Yeah, there's just fucking insane stuff going on out there. People can't keep their heads on straight, flip-flopping, depending
Flopping
on
the
their
flips.
their emotions.
Build that wall.
No, you got kids again. Oh, Biden's doing it. Oh, that's okay.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's about time.
Yeah,
There's
it's
too many-
fucking so ridiculous. Right, I'm still against the wall. I'm still.
You're for space lasers
Speaking of fucking Iron Beam,
with this 2 batteries. You're going to talk about something like this.
have you heard about Iron Beam?
I've heard about the Iron Dome, and I heard something about a battery situation where the U.S. is giving 2 things to Israel.
So Israel has this Iron Beam, right, which is a Jewish space laser, right? Like Marjorie Teague said, but now they admit that they have it. They haven't used it yet.
Mm-hmm. They needed the batteries for it,
I guess so.
and now we're giving them.
Now
the
we're
batteries.
getting the batteries. Duracell stepped up. Anyway, back to the border. No, I wouldn't build a wall. We need a Vlad the Tepish motherfucker, right? It's Halloween season, right? A lot of people dressing up like Dracula. You just, he turned the Turks away with just a field of bodies on sticks.
Jeez.
Well, it would work for a long time.
Just like get just go down to the fucking Halloween store and just get a bunch of fake bodies.
Sure.
Just
Have
try
some
that
real,
first.
some fake.
Get them up high enough so they can't really see.
Yeah.
And just see it, like they can get up close and be like, "Oh, that's fucked up."
It's fucked up. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just a big old field of.
I don't know why we just don't go to Mexico and say, listen, you got to control the fucking border.
Well, something's going on because I think finally they are starting to do that. They like ran a bus off the road or something like that.
Good. They had troops there when Trump was in office, but
Well, I think they finally got the message. Somebody was finally like, "Oh, we're going to lose this election. Please stop them from coming."
I mean, we could solve all this just by annexing Mexico.
Yeah, why not?
Just cut them
They-
off from giving them weapons anymore.
Mm-hmm.
What are they going to do? 10 years, they'll be so far behind. They got no threats, except us. Well, they don't. Mexico is fucking peachy keen, as far as that's concerned. No threats. They got 2 oceans, right? Some countries to go through on the fucking Atlantic ocean first, but yeah, they got 2 oceans, massive oceans. They got us as a fucking neighbor,
One border.
and then they got Belize, which they got a fence on.
Yeah, I'm sure their southern border is fucking locked down,
They got a wall.
much like Israel.
Probably not as good.
But they have a wall.
Right. Israel's walls are pretty crazy from what I've seen. Checkpoints, different,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Every so often.
It's crazy because they have different entrances, right?
And that wall is fucking no joke. I saw
Yeah, it's
saw some of it. I was like, holy fuck. Makes ours look like shit.
shit wall. Stupid shit wall.
We got this we got a, what would Trump call it? A shithole wall.
Shithole wall. Did he call it?
No. He just called other countries shitholes.
Shitholes. I love that meme where he's in the plane. And he's like, what's that? They're like, that's Elville, sir. No, it's another shithole. Should build a wall around that. I fucking died when I saw that.
God.
What up, Elville? If he listens to this.
I'm trying to find news.
There's all kinds of news. Let's see.
I mean, I just can't get down with the World War III news. I'm just like, I just don't give a fuck. Because it's like, we're just being marched into it. Nobody else cares, so why the fuck should I care?
With low risk.
Yeah. There's a lot better targets than...
The United States? Yeah, it's fucking far away. It's got a lot of guns. We know how to get there. They can't, they don't have the logistics figured out.
We got space lasers.
Wow, so the Jews, apparently. Not that the Jews collectively, but Israel. Kind of paraphrasing. I guess I shouldn't refer to Israel as
I did
the Jews. I mean, they're Israel. Yeah.
Well, the one thing I forget who I was talking to. It might have been my brother. But we were talking about it, and I go, there's only one race. I mean, of course, what's going on over there is kind of touch and go and gray area, a lot of big gray area. But the thing that points, kind of flashes in my fucking, whatever, fucking red alert or fucking red flag is that one of those races is the only one that's been involved in a world war, or a world war was started over them, and it looks like another one's going to be started over them.
The Jewish people?
Yeah.
That's not fair to say.
It's not fair to say.
No, I wouldn't say that. World War II, it's, we mark the date as September 1st, 1939 in the West, and that's the day that Germany invaded Poland, right? But they had invaded other countries prior to that, and China and Japan were at war for fucking years before anybody thought, maybe this is part of it.
So it was just part of it.
Yeah, it's part of it. I mean,
They make it seem like that, though, in the history books.
they do.
It was like all over the...
I don't know who's writing the education books or the media, but somebody's doing it in their favor. I don't want to lose my $5 tomorrow. I'll wake up broke like Kanye.
Your bank account's gone. They took my $5
Sons of
spot.
bitches.
They took my whole $5.
Yeah, obviously, the Nazis and a lot of other groups in Germany at the time were anti-Semitic, right? This isn't true for Germany alone, though. That's the part that is just so historically inaccurate. It was gaining momentum in France. It was gaining momentum. There was a big movement in England. There was a movement here. So it was a worldwide thing. The Germans just decided to take it up, and the Haifa of Jerusalem. So the Germans had a relocation program.
Okay.
And the Jaffa of fucking, or whatever, Jaffa, I think it means king of Jerusalem, who was an Arab dude, he was just killing them. He just killed them when they got sent to Israel. They just fucking, or Palestine at that time, just killed them. So the Germans were like, well, we can't send them there because they're just getting killed. Looks like we'll have to do it ourselves. No, but that was, I guess that was later, but still, I don't know, man. I think they fucked up. The Nazis, that is.
Jesus.
Well, they went after Jewish people that had been in Germany for fucking 200 years.
Right. That were just like their
4
neighbors.
years. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure, there was people that were Zionists in Germany and, felt more loyalty to proposal Israel state. And, the Nazis would define that by the international Jew or whatever. That's what they called it. But they didn't differentiate from people that had, foreign allegiances to those that were just Germans, that had people that died in the First World War. Man, that's heartbreaking. Can you imagine being a patriot in Germany, being Jewish during the 1930s, then being blamed for everything? Holy shit.
I have to watch. Somebody was saying a movie. What the fuck was it?
Europa. I don't know. We just got banned. You don't watch Europa.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that. It was
The Final Stand for Europe. No.
It's not burlesque. It's a fucking. What the fuck's the name of that movie? But it was about Germany in the 1930s when, basically, all, maybe even a little before that, where the artists and the nightclubs were all getting shut down and everything, and freedom of speech was getting clamped down on.
Yeah.
And comedy was fucking being shut down because they're like, if you can laugh with someone, or the person that was saying about this movie, if you can laugh with somebody, well, then you can talk about stuff and not get upset.
Right.
But supposedly that's why Hitler hated comedy, and he started to shut down
comedy,
as much stuff as he could that dealing with the comedic fucking.
They had this whole idea about degenerate art, which I kind of get, because you look at modern art and you're like, what? Sometimes you're just like, what the fuck?
It sucks. Modern art sucks
compared to the masters.
But
they went a little bit far with their opinions. I think.
Well, that's what's happening in our country now. That's why I bring it up, is with the comedy and all over the world. I was just going to bring this up. The fucking Canadians just started pulling all the content from South Park that has the Big Gay Al.
Why?
Well, supposedly they got somebody with this new thing they're coming out with, the Panderverse.
Yeah.
Where they change all the guys into girls and colored women of color. obviously they pissed someone off up there that's got some power.
Apparently.
So they started taking down their episodes that have Big Gay Allen, and who knows where that's going to lead. They might not even be able to air in Canada anymore.
All right, Canada. We got to have a talk.
We got to have a talk, Canada. This hockey shit,
Yeah.
hockey politics ain't working out.
We get that you're wonderful people. You're our best friends. We're only going to take so much shit down here. You guys can only fuck up so much. You're on thin ice.
Well, they're leading the way, really. That's like we're all sitting here to me like, oh, all having the discussion all throughout the Trump years. People are like, oh, how did Hitler take over? And it's like, well, you're living in it right now.
Living with yeah, Justin Trudeau. Jesus Christ.
Taking away people's bank accounts.
Right. I mean, Canada exists because of American good graces. I fucking hate to put it that way, but we just didn't want any problems with Canada, and we got along with them fair enough. And they, weren't that British. So, and here's the problem that we have overseas: people can't tell us apart, right? No, you never get accused of being Canadian. They might ask you just because they're a minority, right? They're outnumbered by Americans.
Depends on what part of Canada you're from.
I guess so. Culturally they're the same. Something funny
hoser.
here is funny there. That's a real word. I didn't fucking know that.
What is? Oh, hoser. You told me the last couple weeks. Yeah,
it's a real word. I couldn't believe it.
Heavy drinker. Is that what it means?
Yeah. What's funny here is funny there. What's fashionable there is fashionable here. What's considered a delicacy there is considered a delicacy here. Culturally they're the same, just about. Like the things that I've noticed that are different are like, so our language is also like often connected to culture, right? And their secondary language is French and ours is Spanish. So it's like it's not a primary difference; it's a secondary difference.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's sports too. Like, I think their second biggest sport is
American football.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, they have a Canadian football.
Hey, Doug Flutie.
Oh yeah, old Doug from Boston College. How tall is that dude? Like fucking
5'6" or 5'8". I don't know. He was a small quarterback.
It was like Tom Cruise out there or something.
Yeah, Tom. Yeah.
Tom played Doug Flutie.
Tom, is that you?
What did I see? I saw a brawl happen at the Raiders game. That was interesting. That was last week, though.
I'm just trying to find some news on all guys like fucking 3D printed stuff in my history and fucking. Wait, here we go. U.S. to deploy 2,000 Marines to Israel.
Why?
World War III.
Did they walk there from Saudi Arabia?
A lot of people are saying that's why this invasion's taken so long, because we're putting pieces into the board.
What invasion?
Fucking Gaza Strip. They ain't even went in yet. They're just staging at the fucking border right now.
Are they going to go in?
That's what people are saying. They're waiting for America to get there to protect them.
What do you mean they're waiting? We're there. Central Command's in Iraq. We're in Saudi Arabia.
Well, it was supposed to take 8 days for those carriers to get there, so they're probably just arrived in the last few days. They're getting their shit together.
China sent 6 warships.
Yeah, there's a lot of pieces moving.
They're moving.
There's a lot of pieces moving.
China can't refuel though from there. We could,
take them out.
They might have refueling stations in Iran because they have a treaty with Iran.
Take them out.
Defense treaty. So who knows?
Yeah, we're gonna have to make a new Axis and Allies game.
I've been thinking about this for years.
You're like, it's my turn now.
I've been thinking about this for years. I had a few problems. I was like, what side does Russia end up on? It seems pretty clear what side they're going to be on now, though. But maybe not. Maybe not.
What is going to be the name of the game?
World War China.
World War China. Okay. Brad Pitt going to be in it?
What was that? World War Z?
Yeah. Brad Pitt as Xi Jinping.
I watched some movies this week. What I watched? Oh, I watched Killing of the Flower Moon.
Oh, how was it?
I
heard it was long as
it's
fuck. and
fucking long, but
full
it's good.
of white guilt. That's what I got from fucking Film Threat. They got the one Asian guy there, and he's like, I don't have to deal with white guilt, but that's all I saw while I was watching this.
I guess you could. Yeah, I guess that would be.
Yeah,
I didn't get guilty about it, but
it's just history to me.
it was just history. To me, yeah,
That's what a lot of people say.
but I mean, it was obviously racism, present throughout the whole thing. But
Right.
it's a period piece, so it didn't bother me because that's the way it was. So basically, the movie, if you don't know, is about the Osage Indians who discover oil on their reservation.
on their res.
That's where they fucked up.
They never should have told
Should've
anybody.
told nobody. And they became really, really rich.
They were going to be like some Texas Indians.
Yeah, they were really rich. And then they all started to die mysteriously, right? And a lot of them were like taking like white spouses and then dying suddenly, and their kids were dying.
Getting oil poisoned.
Yeah, they killed those people.
And this is based on a true story. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I don't know how close. When Hollywood makes something, they always fuck it up by adding a little extra
All right.
something here or something there. But
So the premise that the Osage Indians discovered oil and were killed for that is true. There's so much other shit that I was just like, that's not true.
they just made it up for drama.
Or they're just dumb. It had nothing to do. It was just things in the background. I really wish I could remember that one that drove me fucking nuts. But it's just something mentioned, and I was like, that fucking didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we know that didn't happen. Anyway, maybe people back then thought it.
How'd Leo look? I heard he had some wooden teeth in.
Did he?
I don't know. I heard like they put some stuff in his makeup regimen to make him look beat up.
Oh. I guess so.
For the time period style piece, like because people weren't supposed to be that pretty back then.
Oh. I
Didn't notice.
I didn't notice at all. I don't think I've ever checked Leonardo DiCaprio out, Brendan. I don't fucking know.
Wolf of Wall Street.
What,
I'm not fucking leaving.
I saw the movie. He was a sex symbol, I guess, right?
Well, I just was wondering because that's
like
what that's what
14.
the Asian guy was saying. He's like they definitely did something to him to make him look like he was rugged from the past.
Maybe. All right. Yeah, whatever.
Well, anyhow, the Asian dude was like he doesn't suffer from white guilt, so he didn't like the movie.
I didn't pay attention to White Guilt at all. I just took it as a period piece, and Indians had too much money, so they got killed.
But it's Martin Scorsese, so he did say it's a very good movie as far as that
it's
goes.
a good movie. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's a good movie. It's fucking long.
That's another thing that he didn't like about it.
It's over 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert.
Spoilers, so close your ears.
He fucking kills her. Man. He kills his wife. She's suffering.
Okay, that's enough.
All right.
I did want to see the goddamn movie.
You know.
Fuck. Cocksucker.
Anyway, I'm sure you could. I'm sure if that's on your mind, the white guilt, then yeah, it's there. It's definitely there. I took it as a period piece, and that's what was happening during the period.
Right. Yeah. It's like watch Dracula. You're gonna be like, fucking.
Bring that back.
No white guilt here.
Get him on the border. No.
This is white pride.
No, I got no. You know, that's another thing. Like,
we're gonna stack some heads up on these.
I'm over half
spits.
Irish, and somehow, let me know in the comments. I don't know if this is still true, but somehow the Irish just fucking they didn't get blamed for anything. I don't know how that fucking happened.
Well, you got like taken advantage of by England,
who we were killing for.
Yeah, and somehow you guys like came out
stuck
on the other end like
squeaky clean.
Clean as a whistle.
Bullshit. Oh God, that shit kills me.
Clean as a whistle.
I mean, you know. Well, you ever see that thing like so and so didn't think it's like all these historical things where people didn't think other people are white, and like I think it was Simon. Who's that fucking dumb fuck on YouTube with the bald guy and the mustache and glasses? Simon.
The bald guy. Is he also on CNN or
No, he's not
MSNBC?
on CNN.
Simon Miller? No.
He's like, he does all
That's
these documentaries
That's
for
a
different
wrestling
ones.
guy.
But I've seen Thoughty 2 also make this thing. They'll go through history where there's points of contention or prejudice amongst different nationalities in Europe,
Okay.
and they'll say that they didn't think that they were white. And white wasn't a concept to fucking like 1600 something. Like
Mm-hmm.
nobody was roaming around going, "You're white, I'm white." That didn't happen. Like they're like, "Oh, you're Dutch." They didn't.
Exactly. It wasn't like, we're on one big friggin' whitey party.
No, that didn't happen. That didn't happen to after World War II, I don't think, or maybe here in America it happened during the 1800s.
Maybe. I don't know.
I wasn't there, but then again, I know that the Irish and the Italians were discriminated for a while.
The
Everybody was.
Italians
The Italians
and the Irish.
and the Irish. The weird thing is that like, all right, so Ireland is convoluted, right? And they were part of the British Empire for fucking ever. Italy wasn't even a country till like 1800 something. It's not that old of a place. It was like a bunch of little states, city-states, right? The Papal States and City of
It's
Florence.
just the countryside.
It was a bunch of different countries.
It's just a bunch of little
San Marino is still there.
villages,
You know what San Marino is?
pubs. No.
San Marino is a little country inside of Italy.
I have
It's an enclave, I believe they call it.
no idea that was the case.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And they didn't unite with the rest of Italy. Anyway,
Well, let's see.
what else did I watch? You find stuff out
Did we talk about? Oh, what else did I watched? Let's see. What did I watch this week? I watched Mothman Prophecies. I watched Popeye. I watched Battle of L.A. I watched a whole bunch of free YouTube movies that were on. You ever see the Battle of Los Angeles?
I own it.
It's a great movie.
It is.
I mean, it's one of the. I've watched it a few times, and I'm like, this is like a very good sci-fi in the sense that it's way better than like Independence Day,
Oh, yeah.
where this has character-driven stuff where you kind of feel like, oh yeah, it's, this could happen,
Could happen, right?
and yeah, there's a couple spots where you're like, yeah, it's a little over the top, patriotic and whatnot, but it's not a science fiction movie that has like a lot of holes in it where you're like, that's fucking stupid. This is wrong. They couldn't do that. There's a couple bad editing spots, but all in all, I love Battle of L.A. and I've watched it at least 10 times.
Have you really?
Yeah,
I've seen it a couple times. But
it's just nice to see it when it's a cohesive story. The story and the editing and the pacing and everything and the acting is just all really fucking good. And that's what that movie has.
they found Hamas tunnels. Let's see.
Oh yeah.
Fannie Lewis.
You like a movie Popeye? Have we talked about Popeye before?
Popeye's a great movie.
There's so much hidden in those songs, the lyrics and stuff, like about how the world really works.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Like you listen to it and you're like, oh shit, these songs are
That movie
way ahead of their time.
It's a masterpiece. It really is. It's one of the most unappreciated movies, I would say.
The only issue with that movie is that the ending falls apart. That's all. It's just they just wrap it up quick because they had a lot of issues in the production.
Did they?
Yeah, and they actually made it just because of Annie was coming out, and they wanted to match Annie with their own studio production
Really?
that was a musical.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So it was like hustled in, and it was hustled out of production.
It's got Robin Williams. And
After Mork and Mindy fame,
and then the chick is
Shelley Duvall.
yeah, from The Shining.
Mm-hmm.
Probably related to Robert somehow.
Great fucking olive oil. Great Popeye.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
And then
They didn't have the sea hag in that movie though.
No, and they also didn't have the little magical thing, which is
Right.
they kind of like combined Sweet Pea and was it Jinx, or was the little fucking
The Jinx.
It was, yeah. And they combined him into Sweet Pea in the movie. So they
Okay.
kind of flopped him in there.
Right.
And another funny thing, you know who Brutus, like, when he squishes the guy down?
Yeah.
That was Olive Oil's original boyfriend in the comics for, like, the first two
Yeah. The guy with the hat.
two runs, yeah.
Yeah.
Until Popeye came in and started dating her.
Yeah. See what else is going on.
We got what was the other movie I mentioned? Oh yeah, Mothman Prophecies, man. That movie fucking is it's not as good as I remember, but it's still damn good.
Oh.
Do you ever see Mothman Prophecies with Richard Gere?
I believe I did when it first came out.
Still spooky as fuck.
Can't get past the gerbil. I don't know if it's true or not.
What was the South Park episode with the
Did that happen in the South?
Lemony or something? Remember the little frog's inside there and tells him he's going to go on a journey?
I don't remember.
Oh, God. So,
What the heck is this chick's name with her leak phone call flipping out on people and just being a bitch?
I would tell you to watch Mothman Prophecies again if you get a chance. Very good.
I can't remember this chick's name.
What do you mean? Is it somebody you know?
No, she's in Congress.
What's she doing?
She got caught in a leaked phone call.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
You're talking about the woman that's running for governor of fucking, she's older woman.
She's in the thumbnail there in the corner. She was flipping out about Trump a few years ago.
Thumbnail in the
and
corner.
talking about how inhumane and all that and then she gets caught in a leaked phone call just being an asshole to everybody. Like, wow. The people that are trying to help her.
I loved that. It was hilarious.
What the hell was her name?
I'm looking I'm trying to figure it out right now. It's here somewhere.
We got her name somewhere.
Should I read it? The transcript's right here.
Sure.
All right, this is the leaked phone call from, I know she's running for a different office now. Why the fuck can't they just give up her goddamn name?
Woman of the night.
What?
Woman of the night.
Where's the comments? It'll be in the comments.
That's what I thought, too.
You didn't see it?
Nope. Is it Lynch?
Congresswoman. She is a San Antonio, Texas congresswoman.
Who's that? Look that up.
Swears like a sailor.
She does. My God.
What is her freaking name? Yeah, I want to read the transcript here. And Congress woman leaked phone call.
Yeah.
They're hiding it. I already did this once, and there's like you got to fucking dig to find this fuck. Sheila Jackson.
That's it.
Lee.
Sheila Jackson Lee. Yeah, she got caught on a leaked phone call, and talk about an entitled fucking.
Or why don't you just play it? Through there. That'd be
Play
great.
through here? All right, come. Let me get it lined up first.
Yeah, line it up.
I just closed out of it.
But that I think it's hypocritical of her to do this, for sure. It's definitely hypocritical of her. This is coming off of
Liberal hive mind.
Liberal hive mind. A lot of people have played it though. Clip. He's talking about her hypocrisy right now, and how. Just go forward until you see the words of her speaking.
Oh, there's words?
Yeah. Staffer and Sheila Jackson Lee.
Regarding something that was over at Duncan Tail. Where is it? What date was it?
Oh, from yes. Sure, well, took it upstairs. I have to call them and pick it up when I switched out the pictures. I'll call them.
I don't want you to do a goddamn thing. I want you to have a I want you to have read it. I want you to say, Congresswoman, it was such and such date. That's what I want. That's the kind of staff that I want to have. So some stupid other motherfucker did it, and I don't have the information. Nobody sent me the information. I need to ensure my schedule. And, if Fubu did it, did it.
Shit ass.
Did it. And
Fuck
nobody
face.
knows a goddamn thing in my office. Okay? Nothing. I gave it to you. Your job was to get it on the calendar, imprint it in your brain, or send me the information back saying, Congresswoman, I made sure that the Ovi Duncan Tally event that you gave me for so-and-so date at 7 is on the calendar.
Yeah.
Not to, Jerome has it. Okay? So when I called Jerome, he told me to sit up there like a fat ass, stupid idiot.
Fat
talking
ass
about,
stupid
what
idiot.
he doesn't know. Okay? Both of y'all are some F. It's the worst shit that I could have ever had put together. Two goddamn big ass.
It's too bad it's a
idiots
censored
who serve
version.
No goddamn purpose.
Yeah.
Ain't managing nobody. Nobody's respecting them. Nobody gives a shit about what you're doing. And you ain't doing shit.
And you ain't doing shit.
And this is an example of it. I gave it to Jerome. This is not child's work.
It's always
So that's a woman who's always complaining about fucking the decorum of others.
Yeah, but these fucking morons she's working with here, Brandon, she wanted that fucking right away. She needs to know. I'm pissed at them now. She got me worked up.
I don't need you to do a goddamn thing.
I don't need them to do a goddamn thing.
I don't care if shit ass did it, boo boo, fuck face.
I'm just gonna talk to people like that from now on.
You guys are worthless.
I'm just gonna repeat her or to everybody I counter.
I don't need you to do a goddamn thing.
I don't need to do goddamn thing. You fucking worthless. That's 3:45, sir.
and I'm telling you, when I first heard that, my initial reaction was, oh, well, what happens when you raise little bubble babies? You're going to get them as your staffers. And then when you get pissed at them, you're going to hurt their feelings. When you hurt their feelings, they're going to drop that fucking phone call that you hurt their feelings because now they're a victim. And there's nothing better than being a victim, especially
It's Olympics. Victim Olympics.
the Victim Olympics.
Victim Bowl 2023.
Victim Bowl.
Yeah, Rachel Maddow thinks she's getting hung. Holy shit, Michigan State. What the fuck?
I've been hearing people calling the World War III the Super Bowl. They're like, yeah, well, when the Super Bowl, I forget how they were putting it, but it's like when the new Super Bowl comes. I was like, holy shit, dude.
So we got to talk about Michigan State.
What happened in Michigan?
Oh, my fucking God. So they had they got the Megatron fucking billboard there, right?
Megatronic?
Yeah, whatever it's called.
I don't know.
Big television on the stadium.
The Titantron.
And they had a trivia night there during the football game. And so one of the questions was, this Austrian-born German leader was blank, blank, blank. And it's got a big picture of the guy up there. Adolf Hitler. It was fucking Adolf Hitler. They got a big picture.
They had a picture of him, too.
Yes. I got a picture of the guy. What the fuck? Bad timing, Michigan State. Bad timing.
Where am I looking here?
You'll see it. Yeah, so
Michigan State trolls Israel.
Yeah. I don't know if they're trolling Israel directly, but nonetheless, they decided that it was a good idea to have a Q&A question about Adolf Hitler and put his fucking face up on the fucking big TV.
Fuck?
What the fuck were you thinking? Like, everyone's supposed to be so sensitive now. How did this one get through?
The Titantron.
Oh, my God.
Well, I'm telling you what, the
Collapsing being
Democratic Party's falling apart right now.
I hope so, but I don't think so.
It's mainly just because of the split between the wokies and the, people that don't like
Hamas.
No. Yeah, or that. I was going to say, it's like anti-Semitism, all that shit they've been bitching about for the past fucking 6 years and forever beyond that.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it's like they're like trying to ignore it from their own party. Like the little fucking Cabbage Patch Kid that's the fucking president's press girl there.
Oh, yeah.
Janine, I don't know what her name is.
French. Yeah.
But she's like, they're asking her about anti-Semitism, and she's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
For you that don't know, anti-Semitism means that you're against the children of Shem. Shem was one of Noah's children who was there to repopulate the earth. But that includes Arabs because they're both from Shem. Anyway, go on.
Noah's boy.
Noah's boy, Shem.
Well, I was just saying that's what's tearing apart the Democratic Party at the moment, because you have people that are friends and also, as you brought to my attention, dual citizens of Israel.
Yeah, you watched that, huh?
Yeah, it's like, get the fuck out of here.
I can't believe he got away with saying that.
So they're friends of Israel, which is, they accepted cultural fucking de facto in our country. You're not like go Iran,
Right.
for the most part. So, but this new far left faction has went into that area along with the BLM fucking people and all the mentality. So now it's like cool to be an anti-Semitic.
Suddenly. I wonder what Michael Rappaport's going to do.
He's probably trying to hang out with Ryan Hall
He's
and get
out.
some tips
what
on
do I do?
What
Do I hate myself? Do I not hate myself?
I mean, I'm a white man.
Yeah.
I gotta. Fuck Trump. That piece of shit.
That's the old card there. Are you white today, or are you something else? They just choose on a whim whenever it's convenient.
If Trump likes Israel, fuck him then.
We're on to you, Jewish people. I know what's going on. Except Sammy Davis.
That's kind of like how bad it is. Like, if people are like, oh, Trump likes Israel, then I have to like Hamas.
That's so retarded. Hamas would kill. It's like these gay people marching for fucking.
Did you see what Tim Pool did?
What did he do?
There's somebody, Rapinoe, Megan Rapinoe is trying to raise money for Gays for Palestine march, and he goes, "I will donate $100,000 if you hold the march in Gaza."
Yeah, she won't.
No, they won't.
Gays for Hamas?
Yeah, or Palestine, but whatever. I think it's fucking. It's kind of not one and the same, but it's darn
fucking chickens
close.
for KFC.
Chickens for KFC.
That's exactly what it is.
I saw that one.
That's
It's
fucking
great.
chickens for KFC.
So I thought that was an ultimate. That was a cool fucking gesture. $100,000. Just go hold your Pride event in Gaza.
Well,
and
they'll
see
get
what
raped
happens.
and die.
Yeah, or thrown in jail for
Whatever.
fucking 15 years. Minimum sentence in Gaza for being gay. 15 years.
For you don't know, right? And maybe you're a guy who's questioning his,
I'm gonna double check that.
Maybe you're a guy who's questioning his sexuality, and you're thinking about, getting gender reaffirming care. Save yourself the money. Just go to Saudi Arabia. They'll take it off for free. They'll chop it off you for free, and that's that. Yeah. Then you're gonna spend some time in jail probably, but yeah, they don't tolerate that at all.
UFC just took Bud Light as a sponsor.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they obviously want to get memed to death.
The UFC.
Yeah.
Dana White thought this was a good idea.
He must have, because I already fucking. Let's get ready to chop our dicks off. It's time to chop it off.
Let's get ready. Chop our dicks off.
So stupid.
Holy shit.
They must want to get memed into the ground, dude.
Oh, they're gonna.
It's fucking ridiculous.
You got to give Bud Light, they got to go the way of Geneseo for a while.
They just take
Geneseo,
the beat.
Geneseo. Sorry, Geneseo. Geneseo.
Just take the beatings. But it's fucking ridiculous. But yeah, in Gaza, what's it saying? Decapitation. Okay, that's not Gaza, but that's where was that? Palestine authorities failed to prevent it. Yeah, it was in Um,
I'm looking here.
the attack came a middle. I can't find the fucking, but I'm pretty sure it's like 10 to 15 years if you're gay in Gaza.
That's light. Getting off light there.
That's if you get to court. Like I said, some of
Right.
these people just get decapitated in the street.
Right. Vigilante justice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't play with that shit.
So yeah, chickens for KFC.
That's exactly.
The anti-Semites. They're tearing themselves apart at the moment.
The Muslims are so pro two genders that men have to wear beards and women can't show any part of their body.
That's heavily gendered.
Yeah, we could shave at least, still be male.
Mm-hmm.
Like they would see us as bitches. You shave bitches, yes?
You shave like bitch.
Yeah.
I heard Dave Chappelle got in trouble for supporting Palestine. He did some jokes in Boston, I guess, a couple nights ago that people didn't like, and some, people of the Jewish
so his career's
identity walked out. Maybe. I mean, he's went after the Jews quite a bit in the past.
Yeah, but they leave him alone. But
it's hard to cancel one of the funniest guys on earth.
Canceled Kanye.
He wasn't funny. I mean, maybe he was light years ahead funny.
He
Maybe he was Andy Kaufman funny.
He was kind of funny. I mean, I laughed at some of the shit he said, not because it was necessarily.
What did he say? Hitler was a great.
I love Hitler. I love Hitler.
What an asshole.
What the fuck, dude?
And also, like, he was a great designer or a great.
Yeah,
his fashion. He was
about,
great about fashion.
Yeah, Hugo Boss. That was the designer
gosh.
for the Nazis. What the fuck? Someone's gonna edit that clip out. And
Of you,
yeah.
yes.
Never
I
gonna
thought
work
as soon as it came out of your mouth, I'm doing it. I'm clipping it.
I'm never gonna work again.
Don't worry, I'll be clipping it. I'll clip it first.
Oh, Jesus. Nobody's watching.
Oh man. No, let's delete it now.
Yeah, delete it quick. Let's see.
What do you think? Are we going to get Hamas through the southern border?
They're gonna say it.
It's all over the news. Everyone's saying it.
I don't know whether it's actually gonna happen, but they're gonna say it.
Guess how many people on the terror watch list were caught during President Trump's administration going across the border?
I have no idea.
8. Guess how many have been caught since Biden?
No idea.
Like over 250.
They actually did catch people?
On the terror watch list.
That's probably because they walked into the police station.
Obviously, yeah, because they wanted to get their date for court.
They were. No, I'm saying there's no way Biden instructed them to go out and stop people. But maybe he did.
Well, there's people on the list. That's just the fact of the matter.
Right.
So it's like, I'm sure you're not letting a person go that's on the list. So it's like you're encountering people. Whether you are taking them into custody or not, it's a different story. But if they're on this terror watch list, there's probably you cannot not take them into custody.
Yeah, you have to take him in custody, right?
I imagine so. I imagine this terror watch list must be FBI or fucking
whatever it is. If you bump one of those guys off, I think you get a reward, right?
Really?
I mean, it should be that way.
We can get Dog the Bounty Hunter on this?
Yeah. Where's the dog?
Where's the dog?
Where's the dog?
Fucking guy.
Any
He's
Russians coming through?
It's more like the mutt.
No, they don't come through. Are the Russians coming through the southern border?
Everybody's coming through, bro. Everybody.
And we're still going on in Ukraine, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Here's something. I don't know if this is how true this is or not. I did think this at one time because I knew they're doing this, but I didn't hear anybody say it. And I don't speak fucking Russian, so I had to take somebody's translation for it. But it's a guy, allegedly a radio chatter, right? He's a guy in the military, Russia, and he's talking about no, like, it's the same old equipment. We haven't seen anything new. He's reporting back what they found. He's going to German, that's that, yada yada. And the other guy is asking him stuff, and he's like, no, I didn't find any of that. I didn't find any of that. And he's like, no, we haven't found anything new. I don't think the Americans have really given Ukraine anything new. And so I realized like the Russians are looking for Western fucking technology out there. They could be dragging us out
just to get
their hands on something.
Just to get the tech. Well, I mean, we gave it all to fucking Afghanistan, so if they want, they can just go in there and get it.
Yeah, but we weren't using shit in Afghanistan.
Just gasoline.
I'm not going to send an $8 million missile to go blow up a tent.
Who said that?
Bill.
Bill
said that, yeah.
Billy. Your man.
My man Billy. Yeah, I'm not going to send
I'm not.
an $800 million missile to go up some guys in the tent.
Blow up some assholes in the tent.
You know, Jeffrey. You know, maybe you could help me out here in Afghanistan.
Oh, okay. So Rolling Stone released 250 best guitar players list.
Uh-huh.
They got Neil Young on it.
Why?
But not people like Yngwie Malmsteen.
Why is Neil Young on the list?
I don't know, dude. It's just how stupid Rolling Stone is now.
Wow.
It's a rag. It's got to be. I haven't picked up a Rolling Stone in damn near, I don't know, probably 20 years. But
Neil Young's not a good guitarist.
And they don't have heavy hitters like Yngwie Malmsteen.
Randy Rhoads? You know,
I didn't really check out the whole list, but there was like, what's the
Eddie Van Halen?
No. Benson. Dude was like jazz fucking player extraordinaire. But anyways,
are you talking about Django Reinhardt?
No.
He should be on that list. Fucking one finger.
He may be. It's like a hipster list. That's why all these real guitarists
Why
are
the
on it.
fuck would Neil Young be on this? I found Neil Young songs by accident. Like you play 4 chords, it's a Neil Young song somewhere along the line. I know multiple
George Benson.
I know multiple Neil Young songs. That's how bad he is. What? Because you can find his songs by accident. I mean, that means like
Right. You can just be strumming around with the cowboy chords and be like, oh, there's
Neil.
There's fucking Neil song. Yep.
I mean, there's a lot of people you can do that with. That's not necessarily a mark of a bad artist or anything. I'm not saying he's a bad artist.
No, he's a great songwriter.
But his guitar playing on his public stuff is not that great.
Well, it's just I thought I'd bring that up.
Maybe he's a great guitarist.
That was
behind closed doors.
That was from our man Rick Beato.
Fucking Rolling Stone sucks.
Yeah,
that's such a lame publication.
Pretty lame.
I mean, none of that shit's real. Is the music industry even happening still? Is that still going on?
I guess it is, but it's all controlled by a handful of producers that make the same shit over and over again. Because they figured out kind of like the algorithm for a pop song, and they're like, "Well, just keep doing that.
Just keep doing that." Yeah.
I mean, since Katy Perry and fucking like everything's like all those pop or like the big Taylor Swift, Katy Perry. I'm trying to think of all these other girls. They all sound the same. All their music sounds very, very, very close because it's all the same producers.
Sure.
With the same fucking formula. They're like this. We keep the words dumb under like a third grader's, whatever their vocabulary level. So everybody from young to old can sing it,
right,
and kind of understand it, and also it doesn't take much thought to figure out. So it's like it's
got mass appeal.
Mm-hmm. So it just makes the music bad. Just makes the whole industry suck.
I can't remember what the fuck.
It also makes them zombie slaves.
What's that guy's name?
Because they're dumb.
A rapper from like Atlanta or something.
Hot Atlanta?
No, I've never heard of that guy. He's got dreadlocks. He's old.
There's a lot of rappers from Atlanta, bub.
I don't know. I did pay zero attention to him, except he's been in like media. Anyway, I remember reading a thing about supposedly he wrote on like a 3rd grade level or something.
Okay.
And I said, all right, whatever, it's fucking rap. I didn't expect it to be
high concept.
Yeah. And I never liked any of his music. I probably, didn't think too highly of the guy, whatever. But then I saw an interview of him, and he's talking about race relations and all this stuff, and he's like, I ain't got time for it. I ain't got time to be into it. He's like, I ain't got time to blame the white man or anybody else except myself. And he's like, I've met plenty of white people. White guy saved my life. Am I supposed to judge everybody because this guy saved my life? No. Am I supposed to judge everybody another way because somebody else did something different? No. Like, you gotta take everybody at one-on-one level, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this guy is fucking based. Like,
I'm not talking about Lil Wayne.
That's it.
Yeah. I seen. Yeah, Lil Wayne's talked a lot about that. He's like, white cop saved my life.
Yeah.
The other black cops just stepped right the fuck over him.
Right. He's like, he's like, I made all this money, and he's like, what can I do to it except try to do good in my community, give it back, whatever. He's like, I've threw a lot of pearls of swine, but now I'm learning to like, make the money work for itself in the community, and yada yada yada. He's like, everybody else is out there talking, making videos, yada yada. It's not. Just go do it.
Did you see Hillary Clinton gets interrupted at one of her dumbass little speeches?
No, I don't watch it.
Ooh, the dude's probably dead.
How fat is that?
He's dead already.
How wide is it?
I didn't look.
It's got to be wide, right? It's got to be like the size of this fucking
old Hill's ass. I don't know.
It's got to be a big ass.
But the guy's dead.
What do you mean he's dead?
He was sitting there just totally berating her for like 10 minutes.
Really?
Wouldn't leave, and the security guard was inept as fuck. So he's just like standing there. You got to go. You got to go. She's like, no, I ain't going nowhere. It's freedom of speech.
Good for him.
And she's just like, all right, shut up and sit down. We'll talk after. Trying to ignore him, get back into the conversation with some other people. She'd be like, so let's talk about this. And he's just sitting there yelling at her again, and she'd have to get, back into it because he was just sitting there hollering, yelling at her, telling her she's a warmonger. Will she denounce Biden's irresponsible speech that'll get us into World War III? Do you denounce World War III? She's like, oh, stop.
She's a fucking coonie.
She's right there planning it with him.
I don't even like talking about her because I'm on the list somewhere. I've seen her once and she was breaking the law. I'm not going to tell that story again. But
she's coming for you.
I fucking saw her once and she was breaking the law. What is the fucking odds of that? But Hillary Clinton bragged about killing, fucking Gaddafi, right?
We came, we saw, he died.
Right. Now let's talk about Libya. Libya didn't owe anybody money.
They started their own currency.
They wanted to start an African currency.
They wanted to have their own currency not attached to USA.
Right, not attached to the Rothschild banks or any of the central banks in Europe. He started his own banks. They gave everybody a house. They gave, if you got married, you got money. The last people in Libya to get a house were his parents. I'm not saying the guy wasn't a scumbag, but he did good for Libya overall. At least better than it was, right? Better than the Italians for one.
Yeah.
And then they killed him.
Why did they kill him? Just because of that money move?
He wouldn't let them into the country. He wanted to unite Africa.
Bring it together as a,
Now Libya's in debt. He wanted to start a gold-backed currency, right? That wasn't debt-based. And he wasn't cooperating with the West at all. Yeah. But at the time when this was going on, at least when Reagan was.
How far was after 9/11? Or no, how far after Saddam's death was that? It was like really close to Saddam's death.
I think it's in the same decade.
Yeah, within like 5 years.
Something like that, yeah. When was the Arab Spring? 2011 or something?
I think so. Right after that.
Yeah. And that was a social media inspired revolution, right?
Right. That wasn't.
Granted, the intelligence committee were in on it, but that's what led to the thing was social media. Led to the organization skills, which they know we can do here, right? I wonder if they want us to use social media. They're probably on fucking Facebook.
They're on everything. It's
Ow.
I don't know. They probably got their ways. I'm just saying it's they still have like X has the leader of Hamas on there, or whatever, and they don't give a shit. But Donald Trump can't be on there.
This is insane. This is upside down world. I don't care if Donald Trump is bad for America or whatever.
Oh.
But the fact that the leader of Hamas is on there, or whoever fucking terrorist is, and he's not.
Yeah, the leader of fucking Iran, leader of every other country in the world.
We know that those people are bad for America and the entire Western world and part of the Eastern world as well, right? The Russians don't get along with a lot of these fucking countries either.
Yeah, but jeez, Alex Jones ain't allowed on there.
Mm-mm.
A lot of other people too.
That's insane. It's insane. I may not agree with either one of them all the time.
Yeah, or that they should have the right to fucking.
They have the right to say it. Yeah.
To me, that's just goes, and you have all these people that are like seals clapping.
Yeah.
They're bad people. They got kicked off, and it's like, you don't think that may be kind of putting blinders on your perception of reality? You just think that, since I can't look at it, that's good. It's like, maybe you want to look at it.
Dude, I remember, debating with people online and not getting any kind of merit back in response, just emotion nonstop. And, this is the thing, maybe Donald Trump is bad for the country. Who the fuck knows? He should be allowed to talk because the next guy is going to come in, right? And maybe it's going to be used against you someday, but maybe the government and the powers that be will switch and they won't like what you're saying. Now you're shut off. Or the next guy learns how to spread his ideas without anybody knowing, right? Or being able to follow where the idea came from.
Well, it's horrible. That's where I go back to, this is something I've been saying since I heard it because it's so fucking true. Where you were talking about Vivek before and how smart he is. He's like, I don't think J6 was about the election at all. It was about people being silenced.
Yeah.
Being told you can't say the election was, suspicious, or you can't say that a man can't be a woman, or you can't say, all these. He just went across the list of things that you can't say anymore, and he's like, that's what I really think was going on there. People were fucking fed up with being like, the government's going to tell you how to live, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Right.
And now you have fucking a president who's trying to stand up for you in that regard, and it looks like he's being told he can't say now either.
Right. And it's like, Trump said in the beginning, the government's corrupt. Right? They're filled with all corrupts.
Yeah, it's the swamp.
Mm-hmm. It's a swamp.
Now they're just proving it.
Right. They're after you, but I'm in the way. And now they're just proving. Now, either he set that up that way. That's pretty forward thinking. That if he did, but
27th dimension chess.
Yes. or it's true. One of the two. Right? Either 27th dimensional chess from Donald Trump, or it's true.
Yeah. So you either have to admit he's not as dumb as you say, or he's a genius. And either way, what's going on? Either you're wrong both ways.
Right.
How, depending on if you're on that side, how you're looking at it.
The most astonishing thing I find about Trump, and this is the part about him I think about most.
Jesus Christ.
Is that he's never drank
a drop of
drop
booze.
Of liquor.
Yeah.
Never had a cigarette. Never smoked weed. Never did a bump of old cocaine. Never.
As long as it's legal, I'll take a little speed.
He never
5-hour energy drink. That's okay.
He never accidentally did heroin thinking it was cocaine. He never
Jesus
did acid or mushrooms or.
I mean, that's like, I know. I was raised kind of in a that way of thinking, but I obviously didn't stick.
Well, we both were, but
Yeah, I guess we both were. I guess every parent tries to keep their kids from being, but
Your father didn't really do anything though. He didn't smoke or.
No. I mean, some parents. I'm sure there's a lot of parents out there, and a lot of kids that make it through life without having a drink or a smoke. But it's definitely few and far between. But there's a good number of them.
Yeah. I just wonder who they are.
Yeah, and how one of those individuals became president.
Yeah.
That's even fucking more
That's even-
miraculous.
Yeah, that is. Like, even the people I would probably falsely think aren't that social. Say like from like high school or whatever, where people get put in categories, they probably weren't that way at all.
Yeah.
So I imagine it's really few and far between.
Well, I think that'd probably be another great stat that you could probably put on there is like the only president that never drank or smoked, or was the cleanest president of all, Donald Trump.
It may have been.
You'd have to go back and look, because I know there's probably some sticklers.
Who
There's
didn't drink or
yeah,
smoke.
stick up their asses way in back in the day.
Probably Tyler. Sorry. Right at my mind.
But when you're up in that class of society, it's everywhere.
Oh yeah, we know JFK smoked and drank. We know FDR did. I don't know if Johnson did. I'm imagining he did. He was pulling his dick out everywhere. Who else?
You like pulling his dick out.
Carter obviously had a Billy beer at one time. He had to have, right?
I don't know, maybe.
You know what Billy beer was? I barely remember that. So when Carter was president, his brother owned a brewery.
Yeah.
Billy Carter, right?
Billy Carter.
And so he had his beer was called Billy beer. Oh God! Nobody thought anything of it. I was too young to even think anything of it. But suddenly, like the president's brother has a beer on the national market when he becomes president, but not after or before.
That's like the what the fuck do they call it? Ultra right. Since Bud Light started going down, some conservatives got their money together and made a beer company called the Ultra Right.
Oh God!
And they're making some money.
I'm sure they are. I didn't like that sells now.
Mm-hmm.
No, and it
started with 9/11 and the Freedom Fries.
Oh, that goes back.
I was like, that really embarrassed me.
That's not the first time.
It embarrasses me. That embarrassed me.
We did that with the Germans.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. During World War II,
World War I and World War II,
and
yeah,
1 and 2.
Yeah.
With what was it? I remember
something hamburger was something else because they didn't want the association with Hamburg, and Frankfurters were something else. I can't remember.
Sauerkraut,
Liberty, dogs or something. Or
fucking yeah.
Justice burgers. I don't fucking know. Actually, I do know somewhat. It went so far that they renamed towns. Right.
Because they didn't want to be called any type of German association.
Any type of German association. The royal family of England changed their last name over this. Berlin, Ontario became. Give me a second. Churchill, Ontario.
Wow.
I think, right? I think it's Churchill.
Well, speaking of changing names and stuff, my buddy who's just traveling through Pennsylvania says they got a fucking highway out there called the Joe Biden Highway.
What?
Joe Biden Highway, bro.
Why?
I don't know. It's like what's he done to get a highway? Why?
I don't know. I mean,
unless he got it from being a vice president, maybe, I don't know, or maybe he got it from, I don't know.
He claims to be from Scranton. I'm sure it's fucking 209 because that's the road that goes there, or 81, right?
I don't know, but it's fucking disgusting.
Why's it got to be Scranton? Why can't it be on the other side of the fucking state?
I like Scranton.
You know what I remember of Scranton?
What?
Rolling hills of used cars.
Oh.
As far as the eye could see. It's not there anymore.
Yeah, Joe's kind of a used car salesman.
He is, but I remember there was a junkyard.
He's actually really a lot like a used car salesman.
I remember. Actually, I think he is exactly like that. 'Cause says one thing, does another. Fucking. But I remember the rolling hills of used cars there.
Okay.
Just fucking mind-boggling.
Boggles the mind.
Boggles the mind. That's what I'm saying. Why's it got to be close to us? Why can't it be on the other side of the state that he's from?
Now, I don't know how this report is. Did you hear, like, Putin reportedly suffers a cardiac arrest?
No.
I don't know if that's bullshit. That was Tim on Tim Cast, so, I mean, I hope he fucking checked it.
The only thing I heard about Putin is that a reporter said something like, "Oh, you've criticized Western media for being on Truth War or something." I can't remember. And they asked him what he would do to change it. And he said, "Nothing." The West is our adversary right now. I would do nothing to change that. Why would I do anything to change that? It's like, you son of a fucking bitch. You're right, first of all. Right. You son of a bitch. Like, just get pissed.
All right. Well, I'm seeing New York Post report saying Kremlin denies Putin heart attack. Blah 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 blah. So who knows? It's just more fucking propaganda in the pipeline.
They just want to break up Russia.
They've made up so much shit about him in the past 2 years. Like, it's kind of like how they attacked Trump. Like, with the falling stuff. Like when Trump he slipped on that one little thing, and they're like, "We're gonna have to get the doctors to check his health.
Yes.
This might be a 25th Amendment fucking issue." And then you got Joe Biden just falling down everywhere. You don't hear one peep about 25th Amendment.
Because they're so full of shit.
I think it makes me laugh my balls off.
It's ridiculous.
Like I said,
at this point.
I definitely had to take crazy pills for the past few years just to get by.
Ever since the fucking
and
Taiwan phone call.
And I've given up because it's like I just can't bear to fucking, At first it was like, you're all crazy, you just fucking, not that I want to defend the guy, but you kind of have to.
You fucking have to. That's the fucking problem. It's either you go along with crazy, and this is the way I've thought about it before, and I'm with you. I don't really even try anymore because I felt like you have to deprogram people, and you have to take them through all the fucking steps, and it's just, it's disheartening to see that people could just believe things so wholeheartedly
that are not based on any source of
that they haven't experienced, didn't witness, weren't there, And I'm not saying I even know what happened. Just that you don't question it at all. You weren't there.
Yeah, you can have a theory beyond what you were told.
Yeah,
you can go beyond that.
Yeah,
it's okay.
It's okay.
You could think that if what happens on the timeline between once you were told that before and once after you were told that. I mean, it doesn't live in that one spot, and that's it.
It's like fucking Bill Maher. Did you see Bill Maher this week talking to Candace Owens?
Yeah, he lost his shit.
He lost his fucking mind. He thinks Trump is still president. That's what I gathered out of that conversation. That Bill Maher honestly believes that Donald Trump is still president somehow, overthrew the government. I don't know. What?
Right, because he didn't concede or something like that.
Right, and so big fucking deal. Who cares? Joe Biden's president. But he goes on as if Trump stole the election, as if Trump fucking overthrew the government, and all the shit that just didn't happen, except in his head, right?
Yeah.
And Candace's response was great. You don't honestly mean that. You're smarter than that.
That really pissed him off. He's like, I don't believe you're that thin-skinned, Bill.
Yeah.
But oh god.
But he's got Trump derangement syndrome, where he believes things to happen that didn't happen, right?
Well, it's
even if everything else was there, even if Trump had an armed insurrection against the government, he didn't overthrow the government. Today, I know that let's say I was asleep for the last 5 years. I wake up.
You wake up from a coma. You're like, oh, what's happening?
Joe Biden's president. You mean Trump didn't overthrow the government? Like, but he goes on as if it actually fucking happened. Because it happened in his mind. And that's what I realize about a lot of these people. All this shit.
It's in their mind. Yeah.
It happened for real in their mind, and that's all that matters. It doesn't matter anything else in reality. And a lot of them are fucking election deniers over this shit because they don't believe Joe Biden's president, right? I've been saying this for 3 years now. What do you think? Biden's not president? Like, what the fuck are you going on about? Like, he overthrew the government. Who's president then? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I get a little passionate about this one. I'm with you.
Well, the thing is, with that whole fucking just the cognitive dissonance, whatever the fuck pronounced with a D or without a D. It's oh wait, he wanted to take over the world last time, but he didn't get it done. But this time he's gonna kill you.
He's gonna kill you. Right. Don't vote for Trump. He's going to collapse the economy and start World War III, said the people who are collapsing the economy and starting World War III.
He was Hitler.
Literally.
He was literally Hitler. And he wanted to destroy our democracy.
God.
But this time he's really going to do it.
Yeah, it's so fucking absurd. Right? It's just absurd.
Yes, the fucking it's a TDS 2.0, I guess. I thought it was dying down. I thought Biden getting
They've
elected.
given him superpowers now. It's gotten worse.
I thought Biden getting elected would be a good thing for a while because it's like, okay, now everybody can come back to their fucking senses.
Nope.
And not even him doing the worst job of like. I mean, I don't know how many other. He may go down as the worst president ever in the United States of America if we get into World War III. So we're going to find out. But it's like he's doing such a horrible job. Not even that can wake him up from fucking TDS.
See, that's where the conundrum is. World War III is good for business, and all we make is arms.
Yeah, business is booming.
And business is good. I keep thinking of Nick Cage.
And business is good. So
let's talk about Nick Cage.
Nick Cage is one of our national treasures.
He really is. He really is.
Ironically, he did do a movie called National Treasure.
He did. He's done every movie. He's in every fucking movie. There's been movies I watched where the only person I recognize is Nick Cage.
Yeah, because it's so low budget.
It's so low budget. And I don't know why he's on there.
So I think maybe one of my first introductions to the man was Raising Arizona.
It's a good movie. All right.
Great movie. Great movie. I haven't watched it recently, but Holly Hunter's a smoke show in that one.
Is she? I can't remember.
Yeah, she's.
I
just watched.
I kind of remember.
What the fuck else did I just watched The Firm, and she was in that as well. I was like, damn, Holly Hunter's a smoke show.
The Firm, huh? Who was in The Firm?
Tom Cruise.
That's right.
Gene Hackman.
That's right. I've seen it.
But Nick Cage, was that a Coen Brothers movie? One of their early first ones, maybe?
I don't know.
Raising Arizona? I believe it was.
Maybe it was. I don't pay that much attention to movies.
What ones have you seen of his lately? I mean, Mandy. You had to see Mandy. That was like 5 years ago or something.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what I saw. All right, so we talked about the Lord of War, right?
Lord of War, yeah.
I watch Season of the Witch like every year.
Now I haven't seen that one. You like that one?
Oh yeah.
I guess if it's recommended by you, I'll check it out.
The only thing I don't like about it is the ending.
They blew it. They blew the
so.
ending.
I think so.
Okay. And how'd they do this?
Because, all right, so, spoiler alert.
Again.
So Nick Cage co-stars with Doofus there.
Doofus?
Yeah. Don't say. And
Ron Perlman.
Yeah, don't say.
Don't say. Oh, I was thinking about making some graphics and bringing back some of those spots.
Good.
It's like, good. We need that.
Yeah, so he was in this movie with Don't Say, and they're playing Crusader Knights, and they get tricked by their higher ups, right? And they're like commanded to kill everybody in the city, and he accidentally kills a woman, and he can't shake it from his head, and he leaves the order, right? He goes AWOL.
Nick does.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Not Ronnie.
Both of them do.
They both go.
Uh-huh.
So they're on a little quest of we're out of here.
We're out of here. Right? And so on their way out, they come into a town because they need supplies, and they get caught. And the guy that runs the town is basically like, I'll give you a choice. I either like send you to jail for being AWOL, or you can escort this woman to this abbey, right? Because she's a witch. And it turns out, well, they escort her, and she's played by an attractive young female, right? That's part of her character. She tries to use her womanly ways against the group. And she appears throughout the whole movie to have like magic, right? And in the end, it turns out she was possessed.
So she wasn't a witch; she was possessed.
Mm-hmm. And then they have to fight the demon that she was possessed by.
And then they got to fight the demon.
Or devil, whatever. And they take an apprentice with them early on in the movie. And he ends up, carrying on the tradition like afterwards because they both die in this battle with the demon.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's a great movie.
Well, I'm gonna have to check it out. I see it all the time. I think it's on the streaming on the YouTube movies for free, which I might check it out. Maybe tonight. Who knows?
I watched Renfield.
Good movie. I watched Renfield as
good.
well.
It is actually
it was
pretty
fun.
good. And in that movie, he's Dracula. And
He's always wanted to play Dracula as well. Yeah, that was one of his big career bucket list things.
And he's kind of got like a Bela Lugosi approach to it, I guess. And I thought that was a great movie. I thought it's comical, right?
Yeah, it's Dracula with dark humor, tongue-in-cheek humor,
Yes.
kind of almost. I would say it's like a Evil Dead 2 Dracula style.
Kind of more bigger budget.
Much bigger budget, maybe not as quirky humor,
right,
but funny.
So the premise of the movie is Renfield. It's modern day, and Renfield wants to be free.
Renfield's had enough of old Drax.
Yeah, he's had enough of old Dracula, and he realizes Dracula has a plan to take over the world.
And he just wants to be a normal human being again.
Right. But the funny part about it is that like Dracula presents his plan to take over the world, and it says by Dracula and Renfield in small letters. So Dracula includes him in all his stuff, but he gets undercredited.
Renfield was played by in the Francis Ford Coppola. That was Waits, right? Tom Waits played it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You see, it's folks that I ingest in my life.
Yeah,
I think that's a great rendition of Renfield. I love that Dracula movie.
I like that. That's one of my favorite Draculas as well. Like, I know a lot of people hate it because it came out during the 90s when everything was kind of like a little bit glammed out and over the top. But there's that movie is got magic.
Oh yeah,
all through it. Movie magic, all fucking through it.
Anthony Hopkins, Winona Ryder.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, fucking
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves, right?
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman. The guy from fucking the weird name from
they call
Princess
it
Bride.
Star-studded cast. Carrie Ewells.
That's his name.
That's what they call a star-studded cast.
Yeah, it is a star-studded. Yeah, the guy from fucking Warlock is in that movie. The guy that chases the Warlock in the first Warlock. You remember that guy?
I don't know if I've seen Warlock.
You've never seen Warlock? Really? Julian Sands? That's such a classic.
Oh yeah, I remember it, but I never watched it.
The next two aren't so good, but
well, yeah, star-studded cast.
Mm-hmm.
Winona Ryder.
Yeah, she's in there. Yeah. And,
Keanu Reeves, Neo himself.
Yeah. He's always gonna be fucking Point Break, really, in my head.
What about Bill and Ted?
I don't think of that.
He's Johnny Utah.
Now,
to you.
Yeah. Utah, give me 2. He's Johnny Utah to me, yeah. But, I was like in 8th grade when that movie came out or something, 9th grade.
Dracula?
No. Bill and Ted's.
Bill and Ted's.
And I told the guy I want my head cut like fucking Keanu Reeves.
Okay.
in the movie.
I remember that haircut.
And so he did it. That was it. That was my haircut in like 8th or 9th grade.
I remember that one. Yeah. So I got a list here of Nick Cage's movies.
All right.
We went over. Well, this is going up from. I mean, I can name them all, but we're not going to do that. There's a lot of movies, but the ones I remember. Raising Arizona was 87, and it was a Coen Brothers movie.
Okay.
And right before that, the year before, he did Peggy Sue Got Married, which is another classic Cage.
Peggy Sue.
Peggy Sue. And I believe that's a David Lynch movie. Do you
I don't know if I saw it or not.
You haven't seen that?
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe it's not a David Lynch movie, but Moonstruck, 87, the year after that.
That's a good one.
Did you ever Oh no, that's a Francis Ford Coppola movie. Fuck. Peggy Sue. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I guess I kind of knew that. I just forgot it, but
I don't know any of this
long time ago I knew that one. Let's see what else we got here. Wild at Heart. That's the fucking David Lynch movie.
That's a good movie too.
That's the David Lynch movie. You like Wild at Heart?
Yeah.
That was a cool one. Oh, you want to take a look in case you can remember any? We'll go back to the beginning. We got 81's his first movie. What? We'll be getting there. Do you remember it? Oh, Valley Girl. I never saw Valley Girl, but I heard it was a good movie.
Yeah, he was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
He worked at the burger
82.
place.
We're just having a Nick Cage fucking filmography. Birdie, Peggy Sue Got Married.
Boys in Blue. No, I don't remember.
Rumblefish is supposedly a great movie. I don't know if I've watched it.
I have watched it.
I feel like I have, but I
I think
can't
I've seen
remember.
The Cotton Club too. Fast Times at Ridgemont High is a great movie.
Very good. Time to Kill, Wild at Heart, Xanda Lee. I don't know what the fuck any of these are. Honeymoon in Vegas sounds familiar.
Amos and Andrew, Rockwell West, Deadfall,
Guarding Tess, great movie.
Didn't see it.
No?
No.
Oh, it's a good movie.
Can Happen to You, Trapped in Paradise, Kiss of Death, Leaving Las Vegas.
Did you ever see Kiss of Death?
I don't think
I've seen parts of it. He was supposed to be a big, tough, bad guy.
The Rock is a good movie. Now
The Rock.
Here's something about The Rock.
Here we go. The James Bond connection?
Yes. We'll skip that.
Yes.
You can look that up on your own time.
Anybody wants to look up the James Bond connection with The Rock, do it because it's
eerie.
It's pretty good though. It's
It is
because
pretty
it's
good.
Sean Connery
He's
James Bond.
Con Air I saw.
Con Air.
Face Off.
2 great movies back to back. Face Off.
Right.
Snake Eyes, 8mm, City of Angels, Bringing Out the Dead. That's a Scorsese movie. That was good. Gone in 60 Seconds. That's a remake of an older movie. I
Yes.
didn't particularly like that.
I didn't either.
It was just kind of boring.
Wind Talkers was good.
Wind Talkers was great. The Family Man, Captain Corelli's Mandolin, Christmas Carol the movie, Wind Talkers.
Matchstick Men was great. Have you seen that?
I did not see Matchstick Man.
That's a must-see.
Adaption, I didn't see that. I heard it was good. National Treasure, 2004.
Matchstick Men is about intelligence agents.
Maybe I'll check that one out too. Put it on the list. Lord of War, 2005. The Weatherman, I heard that got accolades. Never saw it. The Ant Bully, the World Trade Center, The Wicker Man, Ghost Rider, Grindhouse.
Ghost Rider I liked. Most people didn't. The CG was shitty, but beyond that.
I think he was great as Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
Or what was it?
Doesn't matter.
Something. Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Cage, Johnny Blaze. But he was great as Johnny Blaze.
They should've put
a little
Johnny
better writing, and it would have been fucking a classic. Werewolf next.
Werewolf
Next
Woman
was
of
okay. I liked Next, 2007. National Treasure, Book of Secrets, Bangkok Dangerous. Knowing was good too. G-Force, Bad Lieutenant, didn't see that. Astro Boy, Kick-Ass.
Didn't see it.
You didn't see Kick-Ass?
No.
It was pretty funny. He plays like a Batman-style character.
I saw Sorcerer's Apprentice. That was okay.
There's your Season of the Witch,
Love it.
2011. Love it. Drive Angry, Seeking Justice, Trespass, Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance, Stolen, The Frozen Ground, The Croods, Joe, Rage, Outcast, Left Behind, 2014. All right, now we're getting into the movies where he needs money.
Is that what's going on here?
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't hear any of these.
Dying of the Light, The Runner, 2015, Pay the Ghost, 2016, The Trust, Doggy Dog, Dead by Daylight, Snowden. I didn't see that one.
Me neither.
You think I would have? On
U.S. Indianapolis.
Army 1, Arsenal, Vengeance, Inconceivable, Mom and Dad, The Humanity Bureau, Dark, Mandy. All right, 2018. This is where he like hits his little stride of some hidden gems. Mandy, 2018, highly recommended.
I didn't see that.
Looking Glass,
I think
211.
I did see that.
Teen Titans, no, Between Two Worlds. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh.
Yeah, that was good.
Score to Settle.
Color Out of Space. I didn't see that one. I heard that one was good though.
Running
but it was kind of like a
devil.
Mandy ripoff.
All right.
Kill Chain, Primal, Grand Island, Jiu-Jitsu, The Croods. Damn, he made a lot of movies the past 6-7 years.
Prisoners of Ghostland.
Willy's Wonderland. Now, I've heard a lot of people talk about this. He's only got one line in the whole movie. I've tried to watch part of it. It's like totally over the top. Totally over the top, just crazy Nick Caging.
Okay.
Pig. 2021. Amazing movie.
Didn't see it.
This is about this chef who's a killer.
Oh.
And somebody takes his pig.
The Unbearable Weight
of Massive Talent. Amazing movie.
Was it?
Yes, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
He does have a string of hidden
And he
gems,
plays himself in that movie.
Oh.
And this is all like kind of
Butcher's
newer
Crossing,
shit.
The
Yeah.
Old Way. Renfield was good.
Renfield was good.
The Flash.
Oh yeah, it was stupid. They in the new Flash movie with Michael Keaton. It's supposedly be multi-universe.
That's how I know all the fucking Antifa is full of shit.
What do you mean?
Nobody complained about the Flash.
And him being what?
Look up British League of Fascists.
Fastest?
British
League of
Fascists. Give it a look-see.
Jesus Christ. What am I, Jamie?
Jamie, pull up British League of Fascists, would you? Look at their symbol. I remember thinking, oh, Antifa's going to have a fucking field day with this one. And everyone was just kind of like, oh, this is great. And I'm like, these people are so full of shit.
Wow.
There it is. Boom.
Yeah, it's not exactly the Flash
Not-
symbol, but it's a lightning bolt in a circle.
Yeah, it's pretty damn close.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that other one. That one's a little bit much.
Yeah, what is this one? Whose is that?
I don't know. Oswald Mosley's maybe. I don't fucking know. No,
So
actually, that was Oswald Mosley, the Flash symbol.
okay, so anyways, during the Flash, remember when Tim Burton he did the original Batman, and there
Yeah.
was discussions of him doing the Superman movie, and he'd cast Nick Cage
As Superman?
as Superman,
Ah.
and he was stoked he was going to be Superman. They got into fitting the suit and everything. So in the end of the Flash with this multiverse thing, the whole universe, spoilers, is getting torn apart. They show a CGI version of Nick Cage as Superman.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is kind of cool. The movie was all right. It was kind of sucked because that kid that plays the
Kid's
Flash is
sucks.
horrible.
Yeah. I thought so, too.
So then he's got these other movies coming out in 2000, or they're already out. I don't know. Sympathy for the Devil, Dream Scenario, or Retirement Plan. But yeah, that dude's he's making the money.
Yeah, he is.
He's just fucking going off, making movies like 10 a year.
I can't remember who it was.
The Pig, though. Check my recent Nick Cage movies. The Pig, Mandy, and Renfield.
Did he own Napoleon's balls?
Who?
Nick Cage.
Who knows? I mean, if Jared Leto has that fucking big government installation up in California, why can't?
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Why can't Nick Cage own Napoleon's balls?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that happened. I think somebody snuck Napoleon's balls into the country. Don't look that up.
I'm not looking that up.
You guys at home can look that up.
I think we're about done here for tonight.
Yeah, we're probably banned by now.
Well, I don't think anybody watches anymore, so we're okay.
Oh, good. Good. That's better.
So we're never going to get banned because
I don't even have to talk to them then. I don't have to address
We
them
shouldn't
at all.
even be streaming it. We should just like plug our headphones into a tape recorder or something. I got the tapes over there. See the tape record machines over there by the sampler?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we could just record all these conversations for posterity.
Man, I was listening to a fucking interview. Maybe we talked about this last week with the Rascals. Did we talk about this last week?
The Rascals?
Yeah.
The old TV kids?
No, not the TV kids. The band from like the 50s.
I didn't talk about this with you.
And the guy, they're from like the 50s and 60s. And the guy was talking, and he's going on about how they had access to an 8-track.
Okay.
And he's talking about the Beatles only had a 4-track. This and that, and going on and on and on. And it's just, I can relate when I wasn't serious about recording music. Like, I remember, like, you had a 4-track, and that was like...
Yeah, I had a 4-track, and it sucked. I mean, it was great, but it sucked.
Right.
you record 3 tracks, and you're like, all right, now what am I going to bounce down and make sound like shit?
Right, exactly. But it's just something that, like, you know, especially today, like, we just kind of take for granted.
Yeah, it is really fucked up.
How we take that for granted?
Like, if I was handed what's sitting over there and back when I had that 4-track, my life could have been totally different.
Totally different.
Because I had so much more ambition back then
Right,
as far
right.
as, like, this form of artwork, which is recording music.
No, you weren't jaded yet.
Now I'm just like, I can record 10,000 million tracks, and I don't give a fuck.
Right. Well, you know, that's the thing. Like, when we were young, we didn't realize, like, how fucking corrupt and what's ancestral the fucking music industry is, right?
I guess, yeah.
Like, you find out people are related to somebody all the time, you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It's like, no wonder fucking there's always been gatekeepers and everything.
Sure.
So it's just like, they're not opening the gates for you schmuck.
Right. Not you, schmuck.
Yeah, you guys think Woodstock's going to be the next Seattle. Yeah, okay, right. I remember that dumbass rumor. You remember that dumb rumor back in the day?
Yeah. But that's
It's like, oh, they're looking. Yeah, the record industry's hanging all over the place.
Right. I remember fucking somebody said it already was. Like
yeah.
This
it already was, dummy.
It already was the next Seattle. It was Seattle before Seattle.
It was Seattle before Seattle, yeah. They found a bunch of musicians and fucking run them right up the charts.
Yeah, there were, I mean, all those guys, all those 60 guys were shoved down our throats living around here. So-and-so lived here. So-and-so lived here. This is where Bob Dylan crashed his motorcycle. I don't care where Bob Dylan crashed his motorcycle, Ma.
Yeah. Did he leave any money there?
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. So stupid.
This is where Canned Heat played on Olson Road in Saugerties. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the original Woodstock concerts were. They were called Sound Outs.
Sound Outs.
And they were on Glasgow Turnpike.
In that big field.
Yep.
Yeah. I've heard.
I'm going to go back.
It's still there. The field's still there.
Still there.
Yeah.
We should go out there with some equipment.
Just set it up. Be like,
we're here for 3 days of peace, love, and music.
Yeah, we're mainly just going to camp.
I'm mainly going to camp on your property.
I wonder who the fuck owns it and if that's why it's always been a field. Because somebody, like, bought it to keep fucking...
I don't know. They got some money, though, it looks like.
It's still a big field that ain't doing shit. And they ain't fucking parted it out. They could have fucking sold it years ago.
Could have.
I mean, there's houses fucking all over that place.
Yeah, they built some since we've been alive in that area.
Mm-hmm. But
Big apartment complex coming in around Canoe Hill there, huh?
I haven't seen it.
Right next to the dump there.
On Old Canoe Hill?
What's the one that connects Canoe Hill to Ulster Avenue? Whatever that is.
Not familiar. Where I am, and I just don't want to think about it.
Straight across from Price Chopper. You come in at Price Chopper, instead of going left or right, you go straight. That road.
Oh, okay. There ain't no dump back there.
Yeah, there is. That's right.
Oh, you mean on the left? Oh, yeah. Oh, the town dump.
Yeah.
They're putting in fucking
an apartment complex back there.
Back in the
It's
woods?
right down the road, actually.
Oh, so kind of like where fitness used to be and shit? Oh, remember Total Fitness was in that zone area?
I think that building's still there.
No, it's got to be somewhere in that little fucking clump of buildings then.
So when you first take the turn from Canoe Hill, right there.
Oh, now I know where you're talking.
There used to be a field
It's
there.
on the other side of the road. It's not on the dump side. It's on the other side.
It's on the dump side. It's on the railroad track side.
Right, but I'm talking lengthwise, not widthwise.
Oh.
Because lengthwise, it's on the other end of the road where the road ends.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And the dump's way over here towards fucking Sunoco.
Yes. Yep.
Wow. Well, that's going to be ugly.
It is, but it will bring cost of housing down a little bit, hopefully.
Good luck with that, bud. Bidenomics.
Supply. I know, right? Fucking Bidenomics.
That's called Bidenomics.
Yeah, I'm still mind blown. I saw a couple weeks ago. I saw the picture of the last day that Trump was in office of the gas prices.
Oh, it hurts my feelings.
And I saw a picture from the 80s of the gas prices, and then a picture of the gas prices today, and I'm just like, what the fuck happened?
Well, how much was it when Trump got out? It was like $1.88 or something like that?
Yeah, which is like, $1 more maybe or something than it was in the 80s.
Yeah, yeah.
And then suddenly in 1 year,
we're back up to fucking, I'm paying fucking almost $4 a gallon.
It's insane.
And I remember telling people that, and I want to get my fucking I told you so belt.
Yes, I told you so. I told you so, champion.
I want my goddamn strap of gold that says I told you so.
I told you so.
We should make those here. One for me and one for you. We should just start carrying them around everywhere we go. Like, everywhere we go. Just over your shoulder. Be like, what is that? It's the I told you so belt. Because when,
I told you so.
When everybody elected this Biden idiot, everything I said is coming true.
Come true.
We're going to war. Price is going through the roof.
Oof. Inflation's crazy. Gas is up. Open borders.
Yeah.
The list goes on.
Carrying them everywhere. That's the key.
That is the key. Like that guy in Gutfield's fucking partner there. He carries a belt everywhere.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know his name either. I don't watch
the one that does Joe Biden all the time?
No. This guy's a big meaty guy. He claims to be.
Oh, no. He carries, but it's because he was. You're talking about God damn, why can't I remember his goddamn name right now? His fucking Tyrese? No. Fuck.
Tyrell?
Corporation?
Tyrell Corporation.
No, it's
Tyson?
Oh, I just had it. But he is a wrestler.
Was he?
He's wrestled for the WWE. He's wrestled for TNT. So yeah.
So that's why he carries the belt.
He carries the belt because he's a real fucking champ.
All right. Well, I'm a real champ if I told you so.
Yeah.
Just gotta.
I can't believe I can't remember fucking his goddamn name.
Just gotta wait for this Ukraine thing to wrap up, and then I can claim that one too. I remember they were saying Russia's doing a blitzkrieg. I was like, then they're not doing a blitzkrieg. If you say they're doing a blitzkrieg, they're not.
Tyrus,
that's it.
Tyrus. Yeah, he's a good dude. Cat Timph. I was thinking about Tom Shilulu.
That's the guy that does the Biden thing?
Yeah, he's funny.
He's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
Not as funny as Saudi Arabia.
What do you think about Kat Timpf?
Is that the chick?
Yeah, the little tiny person.
She's all right. You know,
she's supposed to does comedy, and I'm like, eeh.
She seems kind of stern for comedy or whatever.
Yeah, a little dry. Well, I
Yeah.
guess some people like that. All right. Well, you got any other news? I mean, we probably skip so much. If there's something you want us to talk about, put it in the chat. Come on, put it in the chat.
Just a tip. Just put the tip.
Or in the comments. I guess you can't put it in the chat because nobody's watching.
So put the tip in the comments.
Just put it in the comments.
Just a tip.
Just put it in the comments. What should we talk about? I mean, we talked about Nick Cage this week. Should we pick another actor or director? I mean, if somebody puts it in the goddamn comments, we'll talk about it.
Let's talk about what's his face there. Evil son of a bitch there.
Evil
as fuck. Nixon's defense guy, whatever, Secretary of State. What the hell is his name? Kissinger.
Oh, that fucking mutt. He's still out there.
So in an interview recently, he showed signs of regret. He vocalized regret.
Oh yeah, about the immigration policies.
About immigration policies.
Kissinger fucking come out, and everybody's doing the "I told you so" to him.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, because he's like, I regret that.
Yes, that's what I thought.
The immigration it didn't work out.
Yeah, it was like, you know, we shouldn't bring people who are, you know, against our culture
They
here.
don't share cultural. Yeah, the cultural area or the customs of the area mean something.
Yeah, they mean something. Right.
And this fucking idiot has been pushing these open borders things since he was in the, Nixon administration.
Right, longer than we've been alive.
Mm-hmm.
And now he realizes it's a mistake.
Well,
hindsight's 20/20.
Yeah. All right. Well, everybody, unless you got anything else, well, I think we're gonna call it. There's some fiesta stuff for us to try and nibble on.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah, that's that. Then
that's that.
We're gonna go eat stuff, I guess. I gotta pee. I can't stay too long.
We'll see you all next week for another exciting
episode.
2 hours of talking shit. Jesus Christ.
So be there. We'll see you then.
Remember, wherever you go, there you are.